Hello everyone, this is an update of the blood, medicine, and the law of God. I made a previous video of this book, and please listen to this. This is new information. I called headquarters and had a discussion about this book and the new law or blood law about blood fractions. And I had a conversation with the person at the legal department, and I'm going to share something in this book before I go on to the audio. Law, God's law and blood transfusion. Is God's law violated by medicine products that involve the use of blood? It is wrong to sustain life by administering a transfusion of blood. Or, let's talk about the components: plasma or red cells or other of the components part of blood. Yes, the law God's giving to Noah. So this book was written in 1961, and I mentioned this book to the brother. He knew about this book. So I'm going to play the conversation between him and me.
Good morning, Jehovah's Witnesses.
Hey, how you doing today?
Fine, thank you. How may we help you?
I'd like to ask someone about the blood issue.
All right, and you're calling from where? What state?
Florida.
You're in Florida? Are you with an English congregation?
Yes.
All right, hold on. Service Department, may I help you?
Okay, how you doing today?
Good.
I got a question. Long time ago, I was taught that we're not supposed to take blood transfusion, and it was probably less than 10 years ago. It says that now we can take blood fractions, or how does that work with no blood?
Well, if you look, you will find a question from readers that discusses that section, that idea. And I would recommend that you review that. If you hold on a moment, I can find it for you. But there is a question from readers that discusses the subject of blood fractions. And what it says is it doesn't say that it's okay, it says it's a matter of conscience. And it explains the reason why that is the thought. That it's not clear whether it's use of blood or not.
Well, the reason I'm asking that question, there's a book that the Watchtower put out in 1961. It's called Blood, Medicine, and the Law of God. I'm not sure if you're familiar about that book.
Yes, I've heard of it. But what I would suggest is that you look at the most recent comments on that rather than going back then.
I'm not going back. I just wanted to bring something out what this book said. It says we're not supposed to have blood or any opponents of blood, which that would be blood fractions. So if this book is written by the Watchtower, then it has to be the truth if it tells you we're not supposed to have.
Okay, so what I would suggest you do is look at the most recent comments on that, and then make up your mind what you're going to do.
Yeah, but I want to know what is God's law. I mean, are we supposed to take?
I would. That's why I would recommend.
Look, sir.
That you look at this article.
I understand you 100%, but if this was my life and death matter, I just need a yes or no. Is blood fractions completely wrong in God's eyes as blood? Just yes or no.
I am not able to say that because of what it says in that Watchtower. I'm not going to say that. I suggest you do the research on it. That will help you.
Why is the purpose of me calling you if I don't have the research? I'm asking for your knowledge, your wisdom.
Because the question from readers points out that it is a conscience matter.
Okay, if it's a
so you might, and here, please. So here's what you do for your research. For one thing, look in the book. Keep Yourself in God's Love in the appendix, blood fractions and surgical procedures. You'll find a discussion there of that question, and that will allow you to make up your mind on that.
I don't want to know the question. I want to know by God's law, yes or no. What is wrong with answering yes or no? I mean, if I was going to get hit by a truck.
Because, my brother, because the faithful and discreet slave has not said yes or no. Therefore, I am not able to say yes or no. It would be a good idea for you to look at this discussion, and then you make up your mind, yes or no.
Okay, I guess you're not going to give me the answer
because the answer is not given in the publications. The answer is found in your own conscience.
Yeah, but in this book, it says God's law is not allowed, and which God's law does not change, it will not change. And it says in this book, blood fractions is wrong just like blood. Now that's telling me if this book was written at that time was a total lie, or the information what we're getting by the blood fractions today is a lie. So
well, here's what I'm trying to tell you. At the time that book was written, blood fractions were not in use.
But it mentioned blood fractions.
At that time, that was the understanding. There has been further research since then that has clarified the issue some. So it would be a good idea for you to look at the most recent research.
So what you're saying is Jehovah God changed his mind from 1961 to year 2000. Thank you very much.
I'm not saying that.
Well,
I'm not saying that.
No.
You were putting words in my mouth. I'm not saying that.
No, but that's basically what the Watchtower is teaching. Thank you very much, Bob. You could see I was kind of getting hot underneath my collar because this book is the law of God. And for it to be the law of God, they have no right to change the blood issue. Now, I totally agree. A human allowed to give blood. I agree is to save a life. I have done research on the Jews. Since the Bible is written by the Jews, for the Jews, and they have blood banks, they give blood, and they receive blood. Now, these are God's chosen people. Now, if the Jews is taking blood, then there's something wrong with this organization of Jehovah's Witnesses. Because you just heard the governing body haven't say yes or no. Now, if they're a direct child from God Jehovah, we're told them, yes, blood fractions is okay, and why he changed his mind, or the governing body realized that they was killing their members in the past by not letting them having blood, so they figured that let's change the rules from this book so we can keep them alive by giving blood fractions. No, it is not a conscious matter, people. Is it against God's law to take blood, or is it not? You can't compromise God's law. Or in this case, the law of God. It is one or the other. It's live or die. So that means Jehovah's Witnesses has died so many years because they told them not to have blood, and now they changed the rule. So they're breaking their own publications law. New information, technology, bull. It's because people was waking up realizing they didn't want to lose their loved ones. Their loved ones is dying on the operating table because they was told not to take blood. So how you stop losing members? Give them partial what they need to stay alive. That means different components of the blood. So, I'm sorry. That's the reason why I am glad I am out of this cult. They are sacrificing their loved ones, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, by not letting them have blood. So you cannot take something conscious matter. In other words, if God said one thing and you break his law, you'll be punished. If he says no taking blood, that means you're not to take blood fractions. So it's one or the other. If blood fractions is okay to take, then blood is okay to take. Water is still water. It doesn't matter if you split it in 4 components. It's still water. Which you can't split it in 4 components, but the point is, blood's blood. So the Watchtower is playing with people's lives. You heard what he said. The governing body haven't said if it was okay, yes or no. But they're God's channel, people. They're God's channel. If they're God's channel, then they would say yes or no. Don't leave it upon a person's conscience or thinking that if it's okay or not. That's the reason the governing body is there. They're supposed to give us the truth, yes or no. And I couldn't get a yes or no. So I leave that choice to you. If this is God's organization, yes or no. If the channel of God is through the governing body, yes or no. Then why in the world did they change the blood issue from this book? Something to think about. Thank you and have a nice day.